Okay, so to get started with the app, you can either select dashboard down below, or you can just tap on the icon. I'll just tap on the icon. Now let's take a moment and review all the menu options. First, we have create a job, and this is where you would typically begin your day assigning and creating jobs. This function also allows you to generate a work order for that job as well. Managing jobs or manage jobs is where you review, manage, edit all the jobs that are still open or closed. For example, when a job is closed, you can choose to send an invoice or send job details to the bookkeeper and or whoever handles invoicing in your company. There's multiple options that we could build into it in terms of where you want that information to go and how you want it to transfer from one department to another department, so on and so forth. But once again, it's really that comes down to how you guys operate, how you want to operate. Views and reports. Once again, you can view from all job dates. You can send a daily report at the end of the day. You can send reports between dates. So it's just really a matter of, once again, how you want to operate, what you want to look at, so on and so forth. Entering receipts is really about billable and non-billable receipts. We all know that we have teams that go to the hardware store and pick up parts for a job, and some of those materials are billable, some are not billable, but you need to be able to track that. And that's critical because how often will somebody pull a part off of a truck that's really inventory, but they're not tracking it. So little things like this could help a lot. And the next one is manage employees. This is really, once again, this you're entering everybody, all the labor staff, the PM staff, and setting their whether they're active or not active, and this allows you to actually look at every project because it's the same thing with receipts is that you're going to have a complete database to look at. So historically, you can look at a customer and you'll go back a year or two or a month or two or whatever it may be, and you'll be able to see exactly who worked on that project, what was associated with that project. Everything's going to be right there, right in your palm at all times. Managing customers, once again, the same thing. Um, you'll be able to store information in here about the customers. It could be security codes, gate codes, of course, their address and the contact information. You can send invoices to the customers. You can send them project updates, just a number of things that are directly related to the customer. Same thing with vendors. Manage vendors is you just put in all the vendors that you use, and whenever somebody goes to once again to the hardware store or whatever it may be, that it's going to be associated to that vendor, whatever that, whether it's billable or non-billable, so on and so forth. Set your rates. This is where you set your rates. This is really more for somebody who's operating on a smaller level and you are actually putting together your invoice right there on your phone. So you just wrapped up a small job. It could be, whatever it may be. You install a refrigerator or something, and you want to generate that invoice right then and there. You can do that there with setting your rates, having all that data right there in front of you, and then send it off to them. You can email it, you can text it. Um, there's once again, there's just a million ways to do it. It's just a matter of how you want to do it. Job types. Once again, these are for creating more of a structure in terms of how you operate. So job types, for example, are little things like fix roofing, leak detection, repair a gas barbecue. It really depends on how you operate. So if you're a HVAC contractor, you can go to a top level category where it would be air conditioning, mechanical room, so on and so forth. And these will be categories that you can actually search and break down in reports and actually look at that category and say, okay, is this profitable? Is not? What are our margins in this particular world? What's our margins in that world? So that's really what this is about. It's about organizing. And then contact support is contacting me directly. You can send me an email on maybe something's not working, or you want to do an update, or you want to add on something to the app itself. And that's really it. That's the overview of all of that. There's once again, there's so many other things that we could build into it. It's just a matter of you getting in and playing with it and deciding what works and what doesn't. So the next video is going to be about creating a job.